Happy Thanksgiving, YouTube. I just wanted to take a minute here and say thank you sincerely to all of my subscribers. As of this morning, there's 1,113 of you who have subscribed to this channel. And I just wanted to take a minute to say that you are one of the things that I am thankful for this year. I am enjoying this little hobby of making these videos and running this channel, and I just thank you all sincerely for the support that you've been. Thanks for watching the videos, for subscribing to the channel, for commenting. I also wanted to take a minute and talk with you about some of the upcoming things that I'd like to do with the channel here. Cast a little vision for the year ahead as I'm sitting here watching the smoker do its magic on our turkey for Thanksgiving dinner. So a few things that I'd like to do here going forward. Of course, we've got Project Frankenstroke. That project continues to be something that we'll be working on and hopefully finishing up here in the next month or two. I've got some tool videos in the works that I've been thinking about doing. I'm not going to turn this into a tool review channel. There are plenty of those, but I've spent the better part of the last 30 years collecting and using hand tools and power tools. And at this point, I've kind of decided what I like and what some of my favorites are. So I think we'll do some videos on those. We will talk about, the first 10 things that you should get if you're going to work on your own vehicle, or my top 10 favorite hand tools. Things like that. Again, I'm not going to get into reviewing the cheapest welder on Amazon, or, power tools or anything like that. But plenty of other channels out there doing that. That's not my intent. But I will share some of my experience. I'm not an expert, but I do have some experience, and I'm willing to share it. The other thing that I don't know if I've really talked a lot about, we've been doing a lot of work on these Power Stroke trucks. I've sold a lot of parts here in the last few months. Sold a few trucks. This will be the next one to sell. And I think we'll turn our attention towards something a little bit different. I've done a lot of work to our house since we moved into this property 5 years ago. I don't know how many of those of you I've told, but this was my grandparents' farm. The house that we're living in is the house my dad grew up on, or grew up in. He grew up on this farm. And it's been important to us to keep this as a part of our family's heritage. It's part of the reason that we're here. It's part of the reason that we do what we do with the livestock, and it's something that we believe in. That old trailer that you see in the background, that old Peerless trailer, was moved up here sometime in the 50s, and my great-grandparents lived in it while I was growing up. So I've got some memories and some sentimentality attached to it. But we'll probably be moving that out of the way here one of these days. And the main reason for that is I want to add a garage onto the house here. So it'll be a garage, it'll be a workshop, current shop space here won't go away completely, but it may see a bit of a repurposing of sorts. And I want to put at least a 2-car garage on this corner of the house. So we got a great big maple tree here that'll have to come down. There'll be some dirt work involved. I want to put a mud room onto the corner of our home here that ties the bathroom and the rest of our house there into the garage, and will give us the ability to pull our laundry up out of the basement. Washer and dryer are currently in the basement of this 100 and almost 60-year-old house. I guess it is a 160-year-old house. So, sandstone basement. It gets damp in the wintertime. It gets damp anytime it's wet, not just in the wintertime. But my wife would greatly appreciate not having to go down there to do the laundry. So, try to get her a laundry room, mud room, and a good sized garage space for us to put our vehicles inside. And it'll also serve as my workshop. So I'm still dreaming and scheming and planning and looking for someone to help me with some drawings to be able to kind of move that project ahead. But that is what I am working towards with selling some of these trucks, selling some of these parts. I've been saving money towards that end for quite some time, and I intend to do a lot of the work myself. On this house, when we went through it and remodeled, we gutted it. When we took possession of this place, it was horsehair lath and plaster. I'm sure there was some good lead-based paint on that plaster. The wiring was old, the plumbing was old. There was actually no heating or ventilation provided to the second story, with the exception of one room that was my grandparents' bedroom. They at some point ran a duct up through the kitchen and into their bedroom. So we had a lot of work to be done there. We gutted it. I put new electrical in it myself. We redid the plumbing. I added a second bathroom on the second story. We redid all of the drywall. We redid all of the original woodwork, big 10 and 12-inch wide baseboards. And I did all of that work myself. I had the help of some family and friends, but we didn't hire that work out. It was something that I wanted to do myself for a couple of reasons. Number one, as I see it, I can do it myself for about half the price that I could pay someone else to do it. I have my time invested, but I consider that investment an investment in myself because I can do twice as much work that way. I can afford to do twice as much with the money by not paying someone else to do the labor. And it's also an investment in myself because I build the skills that are needed to be able to continue to do that in the future. We're getting a little warm here. Ugly drum smoker. Let's choke this back a little. I don't want to dry the bird out. So I consider that an investment in myself. The other way that that's an investment in myself was that I was able to buy some tools. I spent the money to buy the tools needed to do a lot of that work, and I've still got those tools. So now when I need to do that type of work, I've got the know-how and the tools and the equipment, and I can do it for very little cost to myself. It's an investment. It's an investment in myself. It's an investment in my family. And I legitimately do enjoy the work. It probably wouldn't be worth it if I didn't enjoy the work. This place, this 160-year-old house, this barn that's, I'm not really sure how old, probably close to that. It would not be worth it if I didn't enjoy the work and I didn't care about the heritage and the meaning that this property has to my family. So we'll probably shift gears here a little bit at some point. I'm sure I'll still be out here in the shop tinkering and fooling around with cars and trucks and tractors and lawn equipment and all that fun stuff. But at some point we're probably going to get into a shop build, and I will plan to bring you along for that process. I may hire a few things out, but I plan to do the majority of that work myself. The only things that I paid someone else to do for us in the process of completely renovating that house was to lay the carpet. We bought the carpet through a local dealer. They offered installation. It was very reasonable. I've spent enough time with my knee on the end of a carpet kicker to know that that's not something that I enjoy. It's not something that I need to do. My knees are bad enough as it is. I don't need to crawl around on the floor and kick that kicker. So we paid somebody to do that, to lay the carpet. Aside from that, everything else that we've done in there, we've done ourselves. Cabinets, countertops, laminate floors, drywall, mudding, taping, sanding, mudding, sanding, painting, all of it we've done ourselves. And I take a great deal of pride in the flaws that have been left behind there, because that was part of the learning process. It's all a lot to be thankful for. I'm thankful to be here. So with that, I will let you guys go. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. I hope in the midst of this COVID pandemic and all of the craziness that it's brought, that you're able to spend some time thinking about the things in your life that you consider blessings. Family and friends and the ability to work, good food, time together, time to relax. Enjoy this day with your families if you can. And as always, thanks for watching. Sincerely, thanks for watching.